Alright, welcome back. So in this video what you're going to have a look at is how you can use chat models to, previously what we did was import the chat OpenAI class and then we made that into chat and we ran a predict such as hello, how are you, and we got a response back from OpenAI. Now this is great, but there's some specific intricacies we can use when we're actually working with the chat model. Now the chat model can take a variety of different messages. Some of the ones that you'll probably find yourself using most of the time is the system message, and the system message is really important. So just having a quick look inside of the playground interface, you'll see this is essentially the system message here over here on the left. And then we have this user message, right? And we can also add assistant messages. So given that we're in the mode of chat, we can add either a system message, a user, or an assistant message. We can do the same thing inside of LangChain using the LangChain schema provided. Let's have a look. To get access to messages and creating messages, you'll see we've got this from LangChain schema, import human message, system message. We can even get one for the AI message too. Now, what you can say is you want to have some text, for example. What would be a good company name for a company that makes colorful socks? And what we can do is make a list of these messages, and you'll see that inside that, the content for this text is going inside of the human message. And then we can call our chat model by doing chat predict messages and storing the result. So let's have a look at that. And as you can see, the AI message has come back and says it recommends us having a vibrant socks. And notice if we want to get the result, we have to use the .content, okay? Now the other thing we can do is, rather than specifically calling the chat.predict messages, you could just pass the messages into the chat model. So let's have a look at that. And exactly the same, we can get our results back and we can do the .content to get this chroma sock. Now another thing that's really good is using the system message. I would recommend using the system message to specifically tell ChatGPT via the API important commands and instructions, as OpenAI have actively said that the system message will have a much larger degree of impact on how the LLM will respond to the prompts that you submit. So if you've got rules or objectives or goals, you want to include these in the system message rather than inside, for example, a user message. So how do we do that in LangChain? Well, if we have some text, for example, we can have the same text before, and rather than using a human message, we can essentially make a system message, right? So the system message is a little bit like this. So you have your system message, and then you do the content is equal to text. And that's how you do it, basically. So that's how we make our system message. And you'll see if I run this, then we get that message out of vibrant socks.